So these two lovebirds finally confess their feelings. They're in a relationship now. And they consummated their dating. Sure. Anyways, lots of emotions going on, particularly from Nene, because of her side effect. Let's just call it that. Anyways, so yeah. Damn it. Nene, I just explained this. I mean, I am glad that they got that out of the way, because now we can get into the good stuff. Like, hey, they're in a relationship. Obviously, some things are going to happen now that they are. We knew this was going to happen. It was inevitable. Toko, I'm so glad you said that, because that was one of my favorite sayings growing up. It takes two to tango. Like, you can apply that to, like, so many different situations, and I think we need to bring that back. I need to start saying that again. It takes two to tango. Of course. I'll probably forget later and then never say it again. But it is something I very much enjoy saying. Your boss asks, are you going to be coming into work today? Takes two to tango. What does that mean? I don't know. Oh, I know I won't. I mean, let's be honest, guys. After what he just did last night, is he really gonna, like, make her upset? Is he really gonna not put in some effort now that he's seen what he could be having? Or are we worrying you guys that much? There was definitely some tension, and I'm not saying just sexually, but just like tension in general that kind of got relieved with them dating. It's nice. Now we can focus on more wholesome elements, right? She's not going to have those fits all the time, right? You guys are probably just shaking your head like, Justin, you're so deceived. It's just only going to get worse from here. Sorry we made you worry. I've mentioned this before, but I still want a character that has some experience. Toko would have been the perfect one. She was in a position where she would have had a lot of men coming to her. And apparently even women. Is it normal in Japanese culture for you to start dating and immediately, like, jump the gun? Or is it more common for you to kind of build up to, like, hey, I love you, and then confess your feelings, and then see where things go from there? I don't know. I mean, culturally, things are a lot different now. I think people get into bed really quickly comparatively to how they would have maybe even 20 years ago. So I don't know how common that is in Japan. Actually, as I'm recording this, my wife should be almost to Japan. She's on their flight right now. Lucky dog. But she's going with some family. So I'm glad she gets to go to Japan. She can tell me maybe if some of these things are true or not. Hopefully not the dating parts, because that would be bad. We're married. Maybe she can tell me some of the weird cultural things, if they're true or not. Don't worry about it. Okay, she's worried about it. Being faced with Inabasan and Tokukushi-senpai's cheeky grins, Nene blushes. Well, they're kind of right. There's no way in hell we can say what we did yesterday. I mean, to be fair, it's not like you really need to give all the details. Like, I think, like, when my friends have things happen to them, and, you know, just from growing up, like, it's cool to, like, hear about their experience and, like, kind of more personal details, but at the same time, like, I've also had friends just kind of give me a general overview and not anything more detailed than that, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, maybe you shouldn't give any more than that. Did they kiss yet? I don't know, did they? Nene, you are giving this away. Starts blushing more and more. Nene, you are so bad at keeping secrets. It's ridiculous. Yep. Doesn't say the word, but the face says more than enough. Yep, that's true. Crap, I think I'm blushing now, too. I think this is okay. When it's your first time being in love, it's all new to you. You get a little excited. I mean, that just means that you really, like, care about him. It's not just, like, a fling, you know? It's not going to be something that will only last a day. I wonder. I would say most people realistically don't marry their high school sweetheart. They don't marry the first person they get in a relationship with. I wonder how common that is in Japan. Like, people that date. I wonder, like, comparatively, if they end up generally with the first person they confess their love to, and the other person kind of confesses their love back, if they usually stay together. I would love to know the statistics of that. Better not be. You know, there's someone teasing us about it. They're all smiling at us warmly. But marriage. It's a bit of an embarrassing thought, but I can't deny the possibility. I love Nene and I'm serious about her, so me deciding to marry her isn't unthinkable. I don't know. I definitely thought about marrying the first person that I, like, fell in love with and got into a relationship with. I definitely thought about it, but looking back, I'm like, oh no, that would have been a terrible mistake. I'm very much happy to be married to my current wife. My only wife, if she's listening. The only one I'll ever have. Just putting a disclaimer out there. Love and celebrations for now, at least wait until the wedding comes. I think it's, like, cute to, like, look back and think about how you would think about that right away. And maybe Japan's a little bit different because, I don't know, I feel like they wait longer to get in a relationship. Like, I don't know, they make a bigger deal out of it when they do. Wouldn't say I'm really thinking about it, but I mean, if you're serious about a girl, it's bound to happen eventually. Not necessarily. Some people don't. Hearing that only makes the already embarrassed Nene even more embarrassed. I start blushing myself too. I think that's a pretty embarrassing thing to say, but there's no need for me to hide it or feel ashamed. I'm serious about her. Confidence is cool, I'll say that. Because the thing about life is when you throw yourself at things and you kind of start to figure out how things go, you get more confident in it. And that really helps, especially when the dating world, where you just kind of have failures, you have relationships that don't work out. You know what? You learn for the next one. And when I met my wife, I was really confident. And I became less confident after we got married. Because life changed a lot. And things got hard. So my confidence kind of dipped. Smoogie, you just had your turn. Hold on. I'm guessing calling a guy cool would be like insinuating that you have something on your mind about them.
それに戸隠先輩も自分がですか？男をあげたとは言いましたけど。まあ普通に褒めることはしたかな。そういうこと言っちゃダメです。
Oh?
星名くんは私の恋人なので好きになられると困ります。
Okay, we're going down the yandere route? I haven't really played like a yandere game in a while. Or maybe at all. I don't think I have. I would be okay with a yandere route. I don't know. One day I'll have to play a game that maybe has something like that. Face is as reddish it can be. If I didn't know better, I'd think she was having one of her arousal fits. Can't believe she said something like that. That has to mean she got jealous, right? Damn, and I've said it before, but I'm telling you, if they made a Future Diary visual novel, I would be playing that shit. Because I love Future Diary. I don't care if the main character is a wuss until like 3/4 into the show. It's just good, okay? Or if you want to say the manga, because I read the manga too, and the manga was equally as good. Actually, she got jealous over me, makes me terribly elated. I can feel my mouth naturally curving into a smile. Damn, now I want to reread the manga. I have so many other mangas I need to read. I was thinking about reading the Call of the Night manga, because I was watching the show today. I was thinking about watching that. Or, what's that show called? Like, Danger... I don't know. It's a currently airing show. I think it just finished up, and I keep hearing about it. Dangers of My Heart or something like that. I was thinking about possibly watching or reading the manga. I need to get into reading more. I know I read the visual novels and stuff, but I don't do these videos nearly as much as I should. It's a little surprising that something like that would tip her off, or maybe not on second thought. I know how childish she can be at times. Looking around, I can see the rest of the girls have bigger grins on their faces than I do. I feel like playing these visual novels is just an introspection for me. Just realizing I don't read enough, and this is probably the most reading I do during the week. If you don't count Reddit and the news.
そんなに心配しなくてもそんなことにはならないよ。そうですよ。ネネ先輩と争うようなことをしませんってば。
Yeah, they better not.
単純に星名先輩にネネ先輩と釣り合う男になってほしいだけです。そうだね。いい恋人を見つけたねっていう意味で言っただけだよ。祝福してるから。そういう心配は必要ないから安心して。
Hearing them deny it outright almost makes it feel like they're saying I'm not attractive. It hurts. Not that I care about what other girls think. I have Nene as my girlfriend. I'm not worried in the slightest.
本当ですか？本当だよ。もうそんなに心配しちゃって可愛いな、可愛いな。
Toko is just a gold mine of great sayings. Good golly, Miss Molly.
ですね。ネネ先輩可愛すぎですよ。
I'm sure that's translated from something else in Japanese, probably some kind of saying like that, but I doubt that directly translates that way.
よかったね。こんなに可愛い恋人ができて。
Oh, I am. She's more than I deserve. I feel more than blessed. See, I'm gonna do everything in my power to become a man befitting of her.
応援してる。ところで、あやちさんはいつまで星名くんって？それはもう少し慣れてから。せっかくお付き合いしてるんですから、ここはもっと踏み込んだ方がいいんじゃないですかね。星名くんだってもっと親しみを込めた呼び方をしてほしいんじゃないの？ね。
I'm not trying to force her. I told her I'd wait until she's ready. I would almost advise to, like, wait as long as possible to do certain things. Because those milestones are really important when you're, like, just dating and new to a relationship and you feel giddy about it. Like, it's almost better to, like, wait as long as you can to, like, make certain moves. I'm sure, like, your partner might feel differently, but looking back, I'm like, wow, those are, like, some of the best times in your relationship. I mean, obviously, it's still great after that, but I don't know, there's just something special about finding somebody that you really like, and I don't know, just being able to do anything and just having the best time. Because later on, that kind of wears off. Like, it's harder to have fun. You're just so used to being around each other that you have to put a little bit more effort in. I'm not saying that effort's bad, but it's nice at the start when it's just so effortless. So I think fondly back to those times. Considering how embarrassed she got over it yesterday, I doubt she'll be able to switch at the drop of a hat.
あやつさんがためらってるなら私が先に呼んじゃおっかな。
Oh no.
あ、それじゃあ自分も先輩のこと名前とかで呼んじゃおうかな。
To be fair, I think we're all really close now. I think that would be fine. But obviously that's going to make Nene feel a little bit intimidated if she just got in a relationship with us and isn't the first one to do it.
じゃあ私も一緒に変えちゃおうかな。ダメですよ。私が呼ぶんですから。どうぞどうぞ。
I feel like they're just gaslighting her into doing it. Like, they're not serious about it. They just want to give her a push. I see why you guys like the Nene route. I think you guys tend to like the really girly girls, the kind of embarrassed ones, you know, the ones that, as I was mentioning earlier, don't really have any experience. So like, you're getting to see all that for the first time. That makes me wonder though, have you guys not had your first time? Is that why you like it? Because you haven't had your first love experience. See, I've had multiple. I've had at least 4? I think I've had 4 different girls that I was in love with. So I got to kind of go through that over and over. So that kind of thing isn't as, I don't know, it's not as exciting to me to have a girl that's like had no experience, because my wife has had a lot of experience, you know, dating too. So, and I don't really mind that doesn't bother me in the slightest. Like the bait so easy, I almost wonder if it was on purpose. I've just been watching things from the sidelines, but now Nene turns and looks me in the face. And I guess part of that is just like, since I've had experience being in love before, and my partner's had experience being in love before, we kind of bring experience to the table. So I guess that's why I kind of come from that perspective, but I can understand why somebody who maybe hasn't had as much experience, liking the idea of a girl that also hasn't had as much of experience. I guess that's why I'm wondering, do most of the people that comment that, is that because they don't have much experience? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm not judging you. I'm just wondering if that's why. Yeah, Nene?
やっぱり恥ずかしいですよ。人前で名前で呼び合うのは。
I think I really like the way that the Japanese kind of, like, as an American, it seems kind of silly, but I also like the amount of respect that they put and the emphasis they put on, like, family names. I don't really respect my family. I don't really care for my side too much. So maybe I wouldn't do a good job of representing them, but I like the idea of like kind of having that first name you reserve for people you're close to. Because in reality, there's tons of people that use your name that you're not close to at all. I've had tons of people in my life that were just there for that moment in time and no other time. So it's like, you don't need to use my first name. I agree, my head's getting hot. We probably shouldn't do this in the club room.
それがいいと思います。
No point in flaunting it. But still, there are a few people I should tell about our relationship. Gotta do that soon.
二人とも顔真っ赤。
I apologize if I'm talking a lot. I'm making this scene last a lot longer, but I'm just in a talkative mood, I guess.
初々しいね。って別に経験があるわけじゃないんだけど、こういうのは見ていてほっこりするよね。
But like at the end of the day, that's why I play these visual novels. I love seeing like people like fall in love, and it doesn't really matter at the end if they have prior experience with that or not. Like it's still exciting, even though you've been in love before. Falling in love with someone new is just as exciting.
青春ですね。
School romance is such a sweet thing. So yeah. Isn't that how we started this? I have a girlfriend now. That was just the introduction to us having a girlfriend, by the way. Not so loud. Sure you're wondering who it is, but they're not wondering who it is.
あやちさんとか
Yeah, it's her.
星名に恋人ができただけでも驚きなの
Wow.
にしかも相手があのあやちさんとは世の中何が起こるかわからないもんだね
She's saying that like it's the most unlikely thing to happen that she's ever heard.
裏山けしからんな貴様
Son of a bitch. Okay, Okabe Rintaro. Did you have something more important to worry about? Damn it, now I'm mentioning Steins Gate and I want to go watch Steins Gate. Fuck. Anyways, why are you even jealous now? You knew I had a crush on her. Heck, you told me to confess to her.
努力はするけど一朝一夕にはいかないからな成功を収めたお前が憎い
Yeah, sorry about that, man. Still, thanks for helping me out. Seeing your determination really got me to kick things into gear.
お
Poor guy, falling in love with the teacher.
おなんかそう素直に褒められると結構照れるな
Hey, dudes should be allowed to compliment each other, alright? And it's not gay to kiss the homie goodnight. And $20 is $20, okay? And the only thing I want for my birthday is my best friend oiled up, hiding in a cake, okay? It's not gay. That's probably everybody who just heard me say all those things response.
なんか二人とも怪しい一体何の話というかもしかして二人って B と L なのどっちが B でどっちが L?
Isn't BL just boys' love? What do you mean, who's the B and who's the L? Who's the boy and who's the loser?
ちっけーよなんで女子ってそんなに BL にしたがるの若菜ちゃんも興味あるの
I think they do that because it's just so uncommon to see guys compliment each other. That's why I'm trying to normalize it, you know? Just like, hey, guys can compliment each other. It's fine. Like, we as men need the confidence boost, okay? We are so deprived of compliments sometimes. And we need them. And it doesn't have to be just from women, though it'd be preferred from women, because, you know, guys like that. But, you know, guys can compliment other guys, too. Crazy BL shippers. That just sounds like BTS fans.
いやないよそんな興味なんてないけどクラスの子たちに何冊か見せてもらってこういう世界が現実にもあるのかなって
Oh, she's interested for sure.
よくは知らんけど女子が思い描くような綺麗な世界はないんじゃないかな
It goes the other way, too, though. Like, with Yuri and stuff. Have you noticed in a lot of Yuri stuff, like, everybody around the main character seems to be gay, too? I noticed that when I was, reading Bloom Into You. It seemed like all the other characters were gay as well around her. I was like, okay, that's probably not happening. What the heck do you mean, who's the B and who's the L? Boys love stands for boys love. Those aren't the damn sex roles. You tell her, Shuji. Why do you almost look disappointed about that?
さっきも結構食いつきが良かったよな
She was kind of giddy, actually. She is a surprisingly deep interest. Yes, that's what I'm saying! Good. I'm not the only one who thinks that.
うるさいなそれよりもカイドウの告白って何もしかしてカイドウって好きな人に告白したの
うるさいなそれよりも修二の恋人の話だろ
Deflection.
真似すんなというかカイドウのそういう話珍しいから興味あったんだけど
When are these two gonna get together?
まあ機会があればそのうち話すよ告白はまだしてないから
なんか真面目な雰囲気だねうんわかったその機会をおとなしく待つよ
Is it bad that my mind, when she said I can wait, I interpreted that as like, I can wait for you to confess to me?
で星名の話に戻るとして まさかあやちさんとね。
I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that ships these two, but I feel like they should get together. I feel like they've had a chemistry for a long time. Please don't spread this around or anything. I told you guys because you're my friends and I trust you.
わかってるわかってる。言いふらさないって。
下手に言いふらしたりしたら星名が刺されちゃうかもしれないしね。
にしても、まさか本当にあやちさんを落とすとはな。
I mean, he's pretty close to Ayachi. I mean, that shouldn't be a surprise.
いやもう本当に驚愕の事態だ。
No, it's not. Don't let them gaslight you into believing that. Why is everybody gaslighting each other this episode? Still can't believe it myself. I actually went to a school today wondering if yesterday wasn't just a dream. Not only did she agree to go out with me, we even had sex.
星名？なんか顔赤いよ。
Oh, nah, it's nothing.
その割には。
Don't worry about it.
お前
Nope. I'm denying it. Look away from him. Saying nothing.
ひゃー！おっとなー。
Why are you saying that like you're my parents?
うわー、ますます裏山けしからん。
まあ何にしろよかったんじゃないかな。おめでとう。
そうだな。けしかけたのは俺でもあるんだから、成功して何よりだ。おめでとう。
So cool, son of a bitch.
そんなに悔しいの？
だってあやちさんだよ。あんなに可愛い子とあの死んだ魚の目をしていた修二がくっつくなんて。
I might need to save that. Like it's not just like I don't know. I just think that's probably one of his best lines. How the hell did this dead eyes motherfucker hook up with one of the hottest girls in school?
ああ、憎らしいったらありゃしない。
You seething guys. First you encouraged me to confess, and now you're about to kill me. What the hell?
けど、おめでたいと思ってるのは本当だよ。
Thanks.
ちゃんと大事にしろよ。
そうだよ。相手の好きの上にあぐらをかいてたりしたらすぐに後悔することになるんだから。
I know. I don't even consider myself good enough for her, so I'm gonna be working on improving myself.
いい心がけだ。
何か困ったことがあったらいつでも相談してくれていいから。
I don't know. I think it's important to work on yourself, right? And be the best you can be and try to, you know, make the relationship work, but just make sure that your partner's doing that as well. Both people have to be doing it. Thanks, that means a lot. After telling those two about our relationship that made everyone, came with a fair share of embarrassment, but I came out just fine. We literally told our classmates? Well, our club mates. We told our club mates, and then we told the two other people we talked to. That was it. Like, he made it a big deal. Like, oh, I gotta go tell, you know, this person and this person. He told two people, really. Because the rest of the club was gonna find out. They pretty much already knew it was happening.
はい、お疲れ様でした。お疲れ様。じゃあ、また明日。
Yep, see you then. After saying our goodbyes, the three of us leave. The three of them leave us. I should probably say that right. I have to go the way too, but they probably just wanted to be considerate and give us time alone. I'll walk you home.
ありがとうございます。でも今日は買い物に行かないと夕食が作れないので。
Now, is Shuji gonna say something clever here? You mind if I come along then? Okay, that's bold. That's forward. I like it.
いいんですか？星野くんに遠回りさせてしまいますし、地元だと久島先生みたいに目撃されるかもしれませんよ。
Oh my gosh, who cares? Yeah, it would cause a stir, but who cares? I'd attract no shortage of jealousy from others, and because of my ability, that'd be pretty unpleasant. Be fine. Of course, that's only if you don't mind it. I don't want to rub it in everyone's faces by using our first names in the classroom, but I really don't think it's something we need to hide. We're not doing anything wrong, so if people find out and want to make a fuss, so be it. Both Nene and I love each other. I don't want to hide it out of fear or anything. If it gets exposed to negative emotions, I won't let them go down. Shrug them off and move on. That's the attitude I need to have. I want to be with you, and I don't want anyone else to get in the way of us being together.
星名くん、私も痛いです。できるだけ一緒に大好きな人と。
I don't know if that's just because we love food, but like my wife and I kind of started our relationship after we got married, you know, just shopping with each other. That was something we just loved to do, and that's something we found joy in, right? Like, it's not really romantic by any means, but it was something nice to do, and that's something we still do. I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily shop together. Like, maybe, you know, one spouse or the other will do the shopping, and I'm like, no, we like to do the shopping together. I don't know, that's kind of like a place for us to spend time together. Makes me happy.
私も嬉しいです。
And I especially loved, you know, when we were still early in our relationship, you know, just something as simple as shopping together was like a fun experience. I'm gonna use my first name.
修二君。
Oh my gosh, it's not that hard. Thank you, Nene. I'm ready to go now if you are.
はい。
She sounds so defeated about it.
あ、お姉さんいらっしゃい。今日は何にします？
そうですね。特に決めていないんですが。
それならナスなんてどうですか？この時期にしては結構いいのが入ったんですよ。
おナスですか。いいですね。長くて太くてツヤツヤで、ちょっと曲がってるところも美味しそうです。
Huh. That explains a lot. Technically, those are all accurate descriptions, but did she have to word it that way? No.
あと人参なんかも今時が旬でおすすめですよ。
あ、本当美味しそう。赤くて硬くて、これぐらいなら長さも太さもちょうど良さそうですね。
Wait, you have red carrots? What? Why in the world is she wording everything so suggestively? I don't know, why is your mind in the gutter? I'm a little worried about leaving her on her own after hearing this stuff. Even the vendor man looks a little uncomfortable.
さっきからどうかしましたか？修二君。
Oh, no, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Is there anything you don't like to eat?
そうですね。差し当たって思い浮かぶようなものは特にありませんね。今言われたおナスも人参も好きですよ。一人で使う分にはこれぐらいがちょうどよくて、大根なんかだとどうしても太くて長くて困っちゃうんです。ほら、中に入れるのも一苦労で。
Nene, I can't keep defending you. Even Shuji is at a loss.
一人暮らし用の冷蔵庫だと小さいですから、野菜室があるタイプに買い替えようかとずっと悩んでいるんですが。
Oh, you don't have a vegetable drawer? Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, I would be pretty scared too. I mean, yeah. Yeah. We're boyfriend, I'm somewhat worried. You sure you're alright?
本当に
Yeah,
大
we're
丈夫ですか？
chilling.
なんだか顔が赤いですよ。もしかして体調が良くないですとか。
Is it red like your carrots apparently? Because they're not orange? My name was just, well, let's say you tickled the fantasies of a poor teenage boy when you said just that.
違いますよ。変な意味じゃないんです。確かに私はたまによくそういうことをすることがありますし、道具を用いたこともありますけど。
Nene, you're making this worse.
それでもお野菜を使ったことなんてありませんから、ちゃんと分別のある人間ですよ。
Oh, yes, Nene, the most sensible person I know. It's a shopping street where in public a person with sense wouldn't yell something like that here.
店先で変なこと言うの勘弁してもらえないですか？
Even the vendor has had enough of our shit.
もうダメです。あのお店。いえ、あの商店街には行けませんよ。
I feel like especially in Japan, where it's a society that like teaches to keep to yourself, like shouting all that out would be crazy. I mean, I've heard some stuff, you know, in America that's whatever. Kind of feel like I should apologize. Like, I have experiences with kids that just say the most random things. There's this kid that got out of his car. I think I was at McDonald's getting something for my daughter. And he's just walking along and says like, "Oh yeah, I'm adopted." You know, he's like joking around. He's just kind of saying that, so somebody will like be like, "Oh, you know, yeah, you'll get a kick out of it." So I said, "Oh yeah, I'm adopted too." Mind you, this was a guy that was very Asian, and he was with, you know, his white family. So like he probably was adopted. And I was with my mom. She was also there, and she's very clearly white. So I just thought that was really funny.
全部私が悪いので、自分のせいですから。こうなったらやっぱり死ぬしか。
Don't worry. The boy that I said that to, well, I just kind of said it out loud like he did, you know, not directing at anybody. He got a laugh out of it. So maybe they got a laugh out of it too. It's not that you're scaring me. Look, if there's anything I can do for you, just say so.
じゃあ私と一緒に死んでください。
No. Why? Are you depressed? Are you okay? Do you need someone to talk to? Says I can't commit a lover suicide this early on. I like how he just says this early on. Like, maybe later. I too have too much to live for. I want to experience all sorts of wonderful things with you.
それはそうですね。
You won't have to use the carrots and eggplants anymore.
私も同じ気持ちです。
If you feel too embarrassed, I'll do it for you.
いえ、そんな、さすがにそれは迷惑をかけてしまいますから。
No, I don't mind. If anything, I want to do things for you. Give us more opportunities to spend time together. If you don't want me to, that's fine. It's only a little wish of mine, but you don't have to go along with it if you don't want.
一緒にいられることは私も嬉しいです。本当に。
Thanks, but honestly, I feel like I'm the one suggesting things in the relationship. If there's anything you want to do, just tell me.
本当にいいんですか?
I can't tell you how attractive it is when a woman has things that like she wants. And I mean this in a physical way. I don't know how else to say that. Like it's nice when a woman wants to like do something with you, you know. It's like different because like I think the expectation is that a guy always wants to do those kinds of things, so it's really attractive when a woman is straightforward with wanting to be physical, or let's just say affectionate, intimate. It doesn't even have to be sexual. Like just wanting them to take initiative is attractive. How about that? You have something, I'm all ears.
じゃあ一緒にご飯を食べたいです。
That's disgusting, you pervert. How could you suggest that? Talk about lunch or dinner.
できれば後者の方がいいです。私が作りますから修二君に食べてほしいんです。
Absolutely disgusting. How could you suggest something like that? Next, you're gonna want to hold hands. Really love to try your food, but are you sure?
はい。昨日のお昼のお弁当作っている時から楽しくて、実際に美味しいって言ってもらえた時は嬉しくて、それに何よりも好きな人と一緒にいられる時間は。
She grabs onto the hem of my sleeve. Following that brings her damp eyes near me and gazes into mine.
だから修二君と一緒にいたいです。
There it is, boys. It's giving him the look. Not to be heartless to turn her down. Alright, got any more groceries to buy?
いえ、それなら平気です。実はさっきの買い物2人分買っていたので。
You're telling me this was planned? Gasp. So she wanted to eat together from the start. She's just the cutest. Ready to get going then.
あともう一つ。
Are you fucking serious? Did I not just say that she was gonna suggest holding hands next? Because she had to go from one lewd thing to another. I fucking knew it. Why am I swearing so much? I'm sorry, I don't know why.
ダメですか?
I guess I'm just into it. I don't know. I used to not swear in this channel. If you guys have been around long enough, you probably know that. You know I really don't swear too much. And I started swearing more because you guys were like, just say it, you know, whatever. So I did. And now I say it when I get really excited. Preposterous. Of course I do. She looks off to the side a little and slowly extends her hand out towards me. We've kissed and even had sex already, but now that I think about it, it'll be our first time holding hands. Just a thought is enough to make my heart pound. It's so lewd, I can't even imagine. My fingertips start shaking too, almost as if my heart's beating propagated to them, but I don't waver. Firmly take Nene's hand firmly enough so she doesn't notice the fact that my hand is shaking. Sorry, did it hurt?
いえ、そうじゃなくて、あったかいなって。
Yours is too. Just touching it makes me feel cozy.
そういうの、いやらしいです。
That was the least inappropriate thing that they've said. Like of all the conversations we've had so far, like that was the least inappropriate one.
でもこうして手をつなげるのは嬉しいです。
Yeah, I bet it does, you pervert.
はい。あ、修二君は嫌いな食材や食べ物はありますか? あれば先に教えておいてほしいです。
I don't know about y'all, but there's a lot of food I don't like. Even if I did, I bet I'd eventually like it if you kept cooking it for me.
またそんな変なことを言う。
I have a feeling I probably wouldn't like a lot of the food that Japanese people actually eat. Like, you know, I'm so used to Japanese food, like in America, and I love that stuff, right? But, like, that's probably the stuff that's popular with Americans. We like to eat a lot of meat and things like that. I'm sure, like, sushi and meat is still popular there as well, but I doubt they eat it in the same portions and in the same way we do, even at a Japanese restaurant here. You make good food, what can I say?
そういういい加減な感想じゃなく、もっと率直なのを聞きたいです。
I mean, okay, but I meant it. Her food seriously is good. I'll make sure to give you an honest impression after today's dinner.
はい、頑張って作りますね。
And so with guilty feelings once again, I give my dad a call to tell him I won't be there for dinner. That out of the way, we then make for Nene's apartment.
おかわりはどうですか?
Our side dishes for today are fried eggplants and a carrot salad. As for the main entree, it's a rice bowl pak choi with pork and egg. Nene swiftly prepared all of it without any need for assistance. I can't say I'm a huge fan of eggplant. I can't say I've also had a lot of eggplant to know that, but I don't think that I am. The carrot salad I could probably do with. The rice bowl, though, sounds good. I love rice bowls. Taste is absolutely exquisite. Being a girl, the flavors are precise and refined as expected, or maybe I'm just used to sloppy cooking since it's always been just me and my dad. I've already had enough to eat, but sure. Still a tad bit more room in my stomach. You're not following the 80% rule. I don't either, but
そうですか。食べてもらえますか?
thanks for making all this. She nods happily in response to me. Seeing such an expression of pure joy on her face, my lips naturally curve into a smile.
はい、どうぞ。
Thanks. Take my refilled plate from her and begin eating just as fast as before. Taste is, of course, part of the reason, but eating your girlfriend's home-cooked food is an experience like no other. It's like a dream come true. Whew, stuffed. Thanks again for making this, Nene.
お粗末様でした。
Man, I ate quite a lot. Stuffed to the point that I could barely look at food anymore.
どうでしたか?
I know you wanted a more honest take, but honestly, there's nothing more I can say that it was good. My wife made fun of me for saying that a lot, too. I would just say, like, if I liked something, I'd say, yeah, it's good. Like, that was just my response. Or even if I didn't like it as much as the other thing, I'd be like, yeah, it's good. Like, you just kind of have to infer from the tone, I guess. I'd be like, oh, yeah, this is really good. Like, you know, like, that would be like, oh, yeah, it's awesome. Or if, like, oh, yeah, it's good. Then that's me kind of, like, saying it's okay. It could be better. I'd kill to be able to eat this stuff every day.
私の料理なんかでよければ毎日でも毎日それってプロポーズですか
Huh?
違うんですか
I guess I half was. I would love to see him move into her apartment. Is that something they could do? I would love to see, like, that be part of the story, like them moving in together. Maybe when I said the club room during lunch break. Yeah, it was. Love you more than the world, Nene. It's still early to be making absolute statements on the future since we're still in school and all, but I do want to marry you someday.
そう言ってもらえてすごく嬉しいです。私も修二君と結婚して家庭を作りたいと思っています。
Don't do it. Kids are a trap. No, I'm joking. I just... having a 2-year-old is quite exhausting.
家庭を作るとは言いましたが、それは別に交尾に励んでお子様を作りたいという意味ではなくて、でも子供が欲しくないわけでも交尾をしたくないわけでもなくて、私も興味がありますから、できればもう少しいろいろと思っていたりするんですが。
You are talking so fast. And you're saying some very questionable things. And then you're gonna end up regretting spilling all this in a bit.
それならいいです。慌てちゃってすみません。とにかく私は、いえ、私も修二君と幸せになりたいです。
All I'm gonna say is wait at least a few years. Don't have a kid. I had my wife got pregnant in the first 6 months of our marriage, and I love my daughter, but it is exhausting. And I only have one. I know people that have multiple kids by my age, and that's unfathomable. After confirming our feelings, we gaze longingly into each other's eyes. Not sure what I'm supposed to say in a situation like this. Actually, you know what? Maybe we don't even need to say anything. Reach out and gently grasp Nene's hand. Immediately, I feel a soft texture and warmth permeate through me. I'm on the verge of exploding at this point, but I bear with and pull her into my embrace. Nene.
好き。大好き。
As we continue gazing at each other, our faces draw closer and closer like magnets. No, they're doing it. With the end result being our lips joining together as we passionately kiss. Previous talk probably put us on an emotional high. We're going out at full force from the get-go. Or why do you have to? You guys were commenting about how they like their kissing scenes, and I'm like, yeah, they do, and they are very descriptive with it. Which I'm sure if that's what you're playing this for, then you'll probably enjoy that. But me playing this when I'm playing the supposedly all ages version, and I'm having to say it out loud, it sounds a little different, okay? We're just gonna skip that. We're just gonna skip that. And we're gonna skip that too. And this. And that. Yep. Can I just skip this whole thing? Will you guys be mad? Yes, it feels good. Okay, okay. Gosh, you guys are gross. I'm sorry, like, just any way you look at it, like, seeing two people do that when you're not looking at it in the context of... I'm just gonna outright say it. Like, when you're looking at porn, okay, it's not gross to you because you're expecting that. Okay, you're looking at it in a sexual sense. But, like, when I'm looking at this in a romantic sense, like, seeing them, like, kind of grow closer to each other, I'm not looking at this for that purpose. It just seems kind of weird. Didn't like the kiss. Like I'm saying, I'm not saying anything wrong, like, especially with, like, the H scenes, too. Like, if you enjoy the H scenes, even if you don't enjoy it for the purpose of pleasure, like, I personally don't want to see it.
嫌じゃないって気持ちよかったって分かってるくせに ち悪。エッチなキス気持ちいいです。気持ちよすぎて頭がぼーっとしてしまうくらいに。
Like this kind of feelings and emotions and getting physical, like this is a real thing that happens. It's not like it's a made up thing. This is possibly a real scenario. I don't know. I just don't want to read it too much. Oh my gosh. I assure you there's nothing important story-wise I just skipped over.
でもですね、終わって体が落ち着いてくると
Wait, what?
思った以上の痛みがあって、
Okay, so he was getting handsy.
あとき来ちゃいまして、あの日が。だ
Oh
から
wow.
血が昨日よりも出ちゃうと思うので。
What is this? Happy Mayor? Happy Mayor had some of the most bloodiest H scenes I've ever seen. I will never forget that. Like, it was actually kind of wild. Like, every single one of them, too. At least the first time. That day. I never thought I'd live to see the day when I heard those words out of a girl's mouth.
でも嫌ではないので、どうしてもということでしたら、何か敷けば大丈夫かもしれないですから。
Yeah, that's something you can do. I would say that's probably something I wouldn't do early on in a relationship, but up to you. Try to play the nice and understanding boyfriend, but yeah, I'm still super horny. It's like I've been blue-balled. Being 100% honest, I don't want to force her to do anything, but we might have gone a little too hard with those kisses. They were just light kisses. I probably wouldn't be in this precarious situation right now.
すみません。
All I'm gonna say is that there's plenty of stuff you can do that doesn't involve that. You can get around that.
でもだって修二君のそのビクビクってしてましたよ。
So she's watching it. You noticed?
キスしている時にお腹のあたりに当たっていたので。
That's embarrassing, but yeah, it's like that because I'm horny. Yeah, that makes sense. Not to say that every time a guy is hard that they're horny per se. Like, I don't want to go into this.
謝ってもらうようなことでは。そうですよね。
Yeah, it's normal
仕方あ
stuff.
りませんよね。私もキス
It'll go down in no time, so just ignore it.
気になりますよ。好きな人が苦しんでいるんですから。
Yeah, I couldn't avoid the H scene.
ですから私に責任を取らせてください。
Okay, now we've gone into the territory of fiction.
はい、責任です。
No girl would say these words.
昨日は私が気持ちよくしてもらったので。
Okay, maybe there would be some girls, but most wouldn't. I don't force you doing anything.
無理はしてないです。私の本心なんです。
Take off your
これは
pants. What are you wearing, Shuji? Khakis? Naturally kind of difficult for a guy to just take off his pants with someone watching. My guy. My guy. You can do it.
私のしたいこと、わがままを言ってもいいって。
This is the guy fantasy. No woman would say that.
じ
Oh no, we're getting stared at. This is what you really want to do.
私だって興味があるんですよ。好きな人のこと、いろいろと。
Suji, just be happy that for once in your life you have a girl that's somewhat interested in you and wants to do these things.
今までは私の発情を助けてもらったんですから、今回は修二君の発情を私が何とかします。
How am I possibly supposed to hold back my urges when she says something like that? I guess. I guess you can go ahead and help me out, you know. I didn't really want to, but that's what I'm hearing from Chuji right now. Thank goodness for the dots. I already know what just happened. I love how they just get rid of that scene, but they just say that. So it's no wonder what had just happened. After the blowjob finally ends, Nene takes care of all the cleanup. Meantime, I clear the table and do the dishes. After that, we come face to face again. So this is the second time you've come on her face. Definitely a little awkward. I know I should act normal, but it's pretty hard to think of that when I had that mouth had my dick in it.
私のわがままを聞いてくれてありがとうございました。
That's why I'm saying this is fiction, guys. Because she's thanking us for giving us head. My pleasure. What is this, Chick-fil-A? Thank you, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
どういたしまして。
Alright, I better get going home now. Thanks for dinner again.
いえ、一緒に食べてくれてありがとうございました。
Dinner and a little head. That was like the male fantasy of what of what a date should be. That's not how that works.
送っていきますよ。
Pretty late, so you probably shouldn't. I appreciate the thought, but hate to have you walk back here on your own. So, well, this is goodbye for now. But we should totally eat together again. I'd never say no to that. Being completely serious when I said I'd die to eat your cooking every day.
そういうことなら。はい、わかりました。
I'll see you later, Nene.
また明日です。
I just love that they skip the scene, they straight up tell you what just happened, and then it goes back to being wholesome. Like nothing happened. You know, like we just told you what happened, but pretend you didn't hear that. Tadaima. You're back already. Sorry I couldn't make dinner for you.
ちょうどよかった。今日は付き合いで食事を外でしてきたから。
That's good.
やっぱりお高い店の肉は違うよね。できればお前にも食べさせてやりたいぐらいうまかったよ。上品な味で油もしつこくなくて。
Oh, you're making me crave Korean barbecue. Oh. Hey, that's neat.
なんか全然。
Certainly like to try it, I guess. You'll never compare it to a hand-cooked meal from your girlfriend.
そういえばお前、最近なんか妙に幸せそうだな。
Dad's gonna discover that we have a girlfriend for like the 5th time. Things happen.
一応聞くけど、変なことはしてないよね。
No, it's all good stuff.
ならいい。お前がそういう顔してる方が安心だからね。さてと、父さん先に風呂入っていいか？
Nope, go ahead.
じゃあ。
Dad then heads for the bathroom. I'm surprised he hasn't told him yet. Turn to my room to wait for my turn. I also feel like Taichi would have normally asked. He would have inquired further. I guess they're waiting for a better moment. Grinning a lot, apparently. Now my dad thinks we're on drugs. I have hardly any self-confidence to blame it on my ability, but even despite that, I managed to find a girl willing to accept me for my flaws. She's cute, kinda. That tells me she loves me. If I wasn't grinning over that, then there'd have to be something wrong with me. Like Dad mentioned, my heart is full of happiness and joy right now. Well, that reminds me, what about the fragment still inside me? So my mind's been so preoccupied lately with Nene instead of club business, it completely slipped my mind. I like to think I'm a lot more positive and outgoing, at least personally. And I found someone who loves me in spite of my ability. But in all honesty, it's a little peculiar that my fragments haven't returned to her. If this isn't good enough to satisfy the conditions, then what is? Need to ask Nene about that tomorrow. Can't forget. Oh, that's nice. I like her card.
確かにそうですね。すっかり忘れてました。
That is a good point, though. I feel like fragments were already starting to return by this point, in like any of the other routes. Like a lot of fragments are already returning by this. Like as soon as they started getting more physically intimate and things like that, the fragments always would come back. So I feel like he's saying that most of them haven't, which is unique. And the hole in his heart isn't just filling immediately. Mine too. Funny, since my initial reason for joining the club was to return them to you. Had so much fun spending time with Nene that eventually that became my real purpose for being here. I fell in love with her. Now we're dating. So if any of them return to you at all?
ちょっと待ってくださいね。私も最近は確認をしていなかったので。
You haven't.
はい。お腹が苦しくなったり、お弁当のことを考えたり、あと一晩中オナニーしたりと、いろいろ忙しかったので。
I like how I read that last sentence and like that didn't faze me at all. Like I'm starting to get used to her just saying something like that. Like that's not something you would just say normally in a conversation. Especially with somebody you just started dating. I feel like you wouldn't say that either, but a lot to deal with. Still leaves me mystified. How does one masturbate throughout the entire night? I just can't wrap my head around it. I don't think she was doing it every second, you know? Girl's just capable of masturbating longer. Yes. Maybe I'd still feel like you need a lot of stamina. Any guy would die if they tried the same. What is it?
かけらが。
And he shows me the bottle. Oh! So it is filled. Okay. That's not what I was expecting to happen. I figured they're gonna have to do some big grandiose thing to finish it off, but is it already done? Is there gonna be some plot twist where we lose it all? It's full.
私も驚きました。まさかこんなに。
I should thank you, it's all because you returned my feelings.
いえ、お礼を言いたいのは私の方です。
Was the bottle 100% full then?
どうでしょう。少し隙間がありますから、かけらはもう少し集めないといけないと思いますが。
Oh, those are definitely gonna take a while. Guess we'll keep giving the club our all and help more students out. Do you think that's all the fragments I took from you?
どうでしょうか。私にはちょっとわからなくて、すみません。
I'm really looking forward, though, to her actually focusing on getting her fragments. I mean, I know for story reasons, she never really, like, quite finished it in any of the other routes. I feel like she just kind of gave the fragments away. She's always telling Samugi she can have them. So it'll be nice to actually see her finish hers for once. It's alright. Might be better for us to get some sort of measure on that. Do you think Soma-san would be able to tell?
あ、そうです。理由はよくわからないんですが、七尾から呼び出されてるんでした。
I think that'd be good to talk to her about this.
わざわざ呼び出すのは珍しいので、今日行こうと思っていたんです。
Is something fragment related?
だと思いますが。
Yeah, she just said she doesn't know.
詳しいことは言ってみないと。
I'll tag
そう
along.
ですね。
What exactly did she want to talk about? Couldn't think of the whole reason Nene became a witch and started gathering fragments was because she had some wish she wanted to fulfill. Once the bottle is filled to completion, her wish will be granted and her relationship with her parents will change. Wait, hold on a second. Her parents will both have new partners and families of their own. That's what she told me, so how would that work out?
でも、予定は大丈夫なんですか？
Nope, I'm good. We can go after school.
はい、わかりました。よろしくお願いします。
Almost feels like we're setting up a date, honestly. And that thought makes me a little excited.
今日は本当にありがとうございました。いえ、力になれたのなら良かったです。助かりました。困ったことができたら、また頼りに来てもいいですか？はい、もちろんです。
Nene waves off the girl with a warm smile. The girl today was struggling to decide what university to go to. Nothing that involved specific action like in Kaido's case, so having Nene listen to her and do a few card readings was enough to make her feel better. She leaves the club room wearing a look of satisfaction. What's the judgment? Can we get fragments from her?
どうだろうね。もともと進学する先をどっちにするか決めかねてただけで、心のバランスが崩れるほど深く悩んでたわけじゃないと思うな。
I mean, I would like to think that choosing a school to go to is a big deal, because I mean, that's going to affect the next so many years of your life. You know, it's going to affect all the experiences you have. It'll affect your education, what you're able to put on your resume when you're applying, saying I went to this school. You know, some employers might consider that important. I I mean, there's a lot to think about with that. Like, that's a big part of your life. You know, that's the part that, like, hopefully is supposed to set you up for the rest of your life.
誰かに背中を押してほしかったんじゃないかな。
Yeah, and that's kind of the impression I got too. Sometimes people already have their mind made up. They have something they're leaning towards, but they need someone else to like kind of confirm that for them. Gotcha. But anyway, we aren't in any real need to rush things since her bottle's almost full, but Nene isn't the only witch here. She was on these fragments too, so it's not like we can pack things up and go home once Nene is done. Even without all the fragment stuff, I enjoy spending time at club. Getting thanked by others, seeing them leaving with a smile and emotions I've received from them. It's a wonderful feeling, truly. One that my life was clearly lacking before I joined the club. Not that I'm trying to be some super selfless good Samaritan who works for the sake of others, but I want our club to keep going. I like the feeling of helping others. It's nice when you help somebody and then you feel good yourself, right? That's like one of the few times that you can give yourself that kind of feeling, you know? Other people can give that to you, right? And then you can also give it to them. Like it's nice to help other people feel good about themselves or their life or something they've done. It's a magical feeling for sure. This is how my mom felt.
進学か。
Gosh, we still need to get more into Shuji's past too.
もう将来のことは決めてるの？いいえ、全然です。まだまだ先の話ですからね。そう思っていられるのは今のうちだけで、気づいたら決めなきゃいけなくなってるものだよ。だから今からちゃんと考えておいた方がいいと思うよ。
I did like Cafe Stella for the reason that that we were in university, so I like that there was things that came from that.
そんな脅すようなこと言わないでくださいよ。脅してるんじゃなくて、先輩からのアドバイス。覚えておきます。さてと、もう日も沈んじゃいそうだけど、どうしようか。まだもう少し残る？いえ、今日はもうおしまいにしましょう。これぐらいの時間になると新たに訪ねてくる人もいます。もう特別棟も閉まる時間だし、キリもいいしね。ですね。今日も一日お疲れ様でした。それじゃあいつもみたいにみんなで一緒に帰る？すみません。私は今日ちょっと用事がありますから。そうなんです。はい、すみません。
Right, I actually have something to do as well, so go on without me.
星野くんも？ははー、なるほど。そういうことですか、お二人さん。
You're surprisingly perceptive, Toko. If by surprise, I mean not a surprise at all.
ああ、用事ってイチャイチャすること？なんだ、それならそれで正直に言ってくれればいいのに。別にイチャイチャすることが目的なわけじゃなくて、本当に用事があるんです。確かにデートみたいだとは実はちょっと思ってましたが、それだけじゃないんですよ。
Oh my gosh, they pretty much just said it's okay if you are going on a date. So she had the same thought I did.
でもちょっと寂しいですね。もちろん邪魔をするつもりはないですけど、こうしてネネ先輩との時間が減っていくのかなって。
We'd rather spend time with you as is.
稲葉さん、ごめんなさい。そういうつもりはなかったんですが。あ、違います。冗談ですよ。ごめんなさい。ちょっと度が過ぎました。本当にお二人の邪魔をするつもりはありませんから気にしないでください。
Okay, good. That's what we were gonna do anyways.
ただ、寂しいのは本当なので、またお出かけしたりとか一緒に遊べたらなーって。はい、それぐらいでしたらいつでも。
Oh no. Back to the physical
よかった。
hugs.
自分はそれだけで十分ですから。どうぞ気にせず、今日はお二人でゆっくりしてください。
I forgot, like, about this for a little bit. She didn't like getting hugged. But I've seen the things that her and Hoshina do.
そうだよ。付き合ってるんだから、そういうことがあるのも普通だよ。私たちのことは気にしないでいいから。 付き合い始めたばっかりだもんね。二人の時間は大切だよね。
Yeah, that's perfectly normal when you're fresh into a relationship. You want to spend a lot of time together. It's okay if you do, it's okay if you don't. It's really not a date. Not like I need to vehemently deny it or anything. I do want to go on dates with her, and it's not something I'm ashamed to admit.
そういうことなら後のことは全て私たちに任せて、二人はその用事を済ませに行っていいよ。どんな用事かは知らないけど、あんまり遅くならない方がいいでしょ。また明日。
You guys say so. Ready, Nene?
あ、はい、そうですね。
I'm ready. I'm ready. See you guys tomorrow.
また明日。いってらっしゃい。
Itterashai.
楽しんできてね。なんかとっても幸せそうでしたね。最近のネネ先輩、
Gossipers.
見たことないような表情ですよね。好きな人と一緒にいられるのはそれぐらい幸せってことなんだよ。なんだか羨ましいの。憧れる。
You have before, you just don't remember. You're in the Matrix now.
もしかしてつむぎ先輩、好きな人いるんですか？おやおや、そうなの？その人と幸せになりたいのかな？違いますよ。そんな相手いませんよ。そうじゃなくて、あくまで一般的な話としてですってば。
Overhearing the girls' conversation as we leave, we make for the school entrance and towards the Schwarzkatz. Or that was the plan until suddenly I feel Nene pulling the sleeve of my uniform to tell me to stop. Tug. Oh no. 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 Not the library again. Couldn't think of it. I do perceive a sweet fragrance. It's her perfume. I want to say it's one of her kisses, but it smells a little weaker. You okay? What should we do? The others in the club room?
いえ、まだそれほどひどくはないので、今のうちにキスしてください。
All you need's a kiss. Well, is that gonna make it worse?
はい、大丈夫です。でもすみませんでした。
No worries at all. I have a button that that just goes through the dialogue really quick. And you know what? I used it. Just to make sure there's nothing. It was pretty much just that. They're like, oh, maybe someone will find us.
私も
Then let's kiss on our own terms next time, not when your fate dictates.
はい、その際はよろしくお願いします。
Okay, Shuji, this is where you let her start walking forward, and then you turn her back around. You do an aggressive move. Women like that, okay? I'm telling you right now, Shuji. Women love that. So in the middle of conversing, we open the door and walk inside. I mean, it's cool if you wait too, but they won't expect you to do it right away. Because you just talked about it. Like, oh, like, yeah, we're going to do that sometime. We'll kiss, like, not when you're having a fit. That's why you just do it right now.
いらっしゃいませ。
Of course, he won't. He's scared. Waitress to greet us in his car in her frilly uniform. There is no other waitress here. I've never seen the shop owner just do anything. She's always just like kind of making the food. This must be your shift day. I mean, she's definitely been there by herself, but
ああ、星名。あやちさんも一緒なんだ。
I still don't consider her the waitress.
いらっしゃい、二人とも。
Good evening.
最近は随分とご無沙汰だったね。ええ、まあいろいろと学院のことが忙しかったんです。
We have no obligation to come here.
それは例の部活の活動か？はい、そうですね。ハロウィンパーティーの運営をしたりしていたんです。ああ、カリアさんがギター演奏したという例の？そういえば星名くんもベースをやった。できれば私も聞きたかったな。君たちの演奏。
I know, it was a pretty good performance.
いや、嫌ですよ。ミスも多かったんですから。でも後悔はしてませんけどね。
Like, it's kind of a bummer we didn't get to see much of the performance in the other routes, but also at the same time, it made Wakana's route special to like have that kind of special movie that they did. I really liked that. It was really
そう
cool.
か。それはつまりパーティーの方は成功したということでいいのかな？
I guess I just love when visual novels like do kind of like an animated movie like that. It's just really nice. Also, sorry, I don't remember showing that. I don't know if it recorded it or not. So I at least saw it.
おかげさまで参加した学生からは好評でしたよ。なるほど。順調そうで何よりだ。
Unfortunately, on OBS, I tend to do game capture, so like it just captures that directly. But the movies are kind of like almost separate from the game. Like it kind of loads a file to do it. So OBS doesn't typically record them unless they're in engine. Is that the way I would say that?
でも忙しかった理由はそれだけじゃないよね。二人でこうしてここに来たのも実はデートだったりして。
Ah, shit. We're here to discuss things with Soma-san.
別に隠さなくてもいいのに。で、
She doesn't know.
それは一体どういうことだ？やだなオーナー、そんなの決まってるじゃないですか。付き合ってるんですよ、この二人。そうなのか？
Right as the words came out of her mouth, she turns towards us with a slightly shocked face. Boy, here comes embarrassment. Just a slight hesitation from both of us, but we still nod nonetheless. In that moment, Soma-san's expression stiffens.
なるほど。
Oh, something happened.
しました？いや、なんでもない。
What? No, don't you dare say that. Seemed like something. For some odd reason, I feel a chilly sensation flowing to me from my back. What is this?
要件は後にして、まずはご注文をお伺いいたします。はい、それじゃあストレートティーを。
Damn, you're wild. House blend for me.
かしこまりました。オーナー、ストレートティーとブレンドを一つずつ。
Soma-san is usually so articulate, so that's why it alarms us there's such a delay in her response. Something really is up with her, but what?
本当にもう。
Yeah. Yeah, go
そう
ahead.
ですか。
See you later.
二人もさようなら。
Sorry, I'm just skipping that because I want to get to the goods. I want to know what they're gonna say. What is this conversation gonna be about? Soma-san has a grim look in her face. Weird, what's so dark that could cause a look like that? Scratching my head in confusion, I look in Nene's direction. She seems to be just as mystified.
ナナオ、どうしたんですか？雰囲気が変ですよ。それに私を呼び出したのは理由があるんですよね。ああ、そのことならもういい。理由は分かった。ねえねえ。君は発情という代償で私に対して魔力を支払っている。
Damn, so she knows every time that she's getting turned on.
はい。
That's awkward.
その魔力が最近少し変化してきた。以前は恥ずかしいだけだったものに他の感情が混ざり始めた。
That's just funny.
そのことが気になって確認をしようと思ったのだが、星名くんと交際を始めたからだったんだな。
Yeah, we've been kissing whenever her arousal fits hit. Wow, I didn't know she had the ability to sense things like that.
それは問題があるんですか？代償は発情を受け入れるだけで、支払う気持ちまでは限定されていませんよ。ああ、それ自体は問題ない。ただ、ねえねえ、かけらを出してみてくれ。わかりました。
Takes out the bottle and sets it on the counter. Just like when she showed me this morning, it only seems to need a few more fragments to be completely full.
これは星名くんの心の穴に引き寄せられたかけらが。おそらくそうだと思います。これだけの量があるならかけらが満たされるのはすぐだろうな。私もそう思います。
I'm actually curious about something regarding that. Should we go ahead and assume that all the fragments I took are back to her?
わかった。星名くん、体をまっすぐにして。
It was exactly as she says, and then she places her palm on my chest. Change enough, I feel like there's heat radiating from her palm, which gives me a sensation of my chest getting hot. So,
星名くんの心に開いていた穴はもう埋まっていると考えていいだろう。
instead of having a hole that needed to be filled, he's the one filling holes now. Do you think the happiness I got from entering a relationship with Nene was the impetus? Namely, what I'm asking is if it's due to the fact that I've grown to accept myself and have found acceptance in the person I love.
そうだ。まだ少し残っているが、放っておけば穴が埋まるにつれて、おそらくそのかけらがすべて戻れば瓶はいっぱいになる。いや、むしろ少し余るかもしれないな。
Really? That means that Nene's wish is only a short time away from coming true.
私の見立てに間違いがなければ、まあ、おそらく間違いないと思うが。
I actually really love this scenario too. Like both the parents being remarried, but then her wish is to have them get back together with their original partner. I'm like really curious to know how they're gonna handle that. I think this is probably the most exciting, I guess, like plot line that we've had, or at least the one that I enjoy the most. We'll see how it's implemented, but
ネネの願いは叶ってしまうだろう。
Joy does feel a little gloomy, which is really odd. Her expression is tense as well. You're acting a little bit weird.
私もそう思います。ナナオ、普段とは違うように見えますよ。いつものあなたらしくないと言いますか。私にも時にはそんな日があるものさ。
Yeah, I want to know, what personal stake does she have in this? Is it something to do with Nene's parents getting back together?
とにかくここに来た質問の答えはこれでいいかな。
Yeah, thank you a lot. Really took a load off my shoulders. I was almost thinking, like, if this wasn't enough, then nothing would be. I honestly feel like this is the happiest I'll ever be.
私もとても幸せですよ。
Okay, well now I want to know what's going on with Soma. Yeah, she is eyeing us like she knows something different. It is worrying me. I could understand if she laughed at us or even got a little upset, but her face just looks sad. None of the people who we told ever reacted to us like this. Just what the hell's going on?
星名くん、すまないがネネと話があるんだ。
There's got to be like more to like completing the contract then. Because you would think she'd be happy about that. She'd kind of complete her goal, right? Unless she's having second thoughts. I don't know. It's
本当
fine.
にすまない。できればまた後日来てほしい。その時にはちゃんと接客をさせてもらうよ。だが今日のところは。
No, don't worry. It's no big deal. I'll swing by sometime in the near future.
待っているよ。ああ、それから今日の代金は結構だ。私の都合で追い出すわけだからね。
Okay, so it's a personal reason. So it has nothing to do with the contract per se. Or maybe it does have something, but it's something that personally affects her. I'm just trying to think of what it could be. I actually don't know.
いや、これぐらいはさせてほしい。自分でも大変失礼なことをしているという自覚はあるんだ。この程度ではお詫びにもならないだろうが。
It's alright, you didn't offend me or anything, so don't beat yourself up over it. I'll be leaving now, take care.
本当に申し訳ない。
I don't quite understand, but it seems to be something that she can't talk to Nene about if I'm present. Trust Soma-san's words, so it must just be something important. Do you want me to wait for you?
そこまでしてもらわなくても大丈夫ですよ。それに外で待ってもらうだなんて申し訳ありません。
The only thing I could really think of, but she said it's a personal reason, and maybe it's because she personally cares about Nene. I could see that being likely. I wonder if she's going to express concern just about the parents and how that wish might work. I don't know, because they could go the route of, yeah, it's just going to completely upend both of their relationships and they're going to want to get back together. It could. I don't know if a wish could do that, if it could change the past to where they never got divorced and then inevitably change the future because of that. That could cause problems. I'm assuming it's going to be something major because this is like the true ending. So I'm expecting something more grand than any of the other routes.
いつも歩いている道ですから、それになるべく明るくて人気のあるところを通ります。大丈夫ですよ。
Okay, you promise me you will?
はい。
Okay, now I'll go home.
私も家に戻ったらメールをしますね。
Thanks, I'll see you tomorrow
は
then.
い。
Someone's actions make me hesitant to leave, but staying here won't achieve anything. Bid them goodbye and leave the cafe. Man, what the hell's going on? Private talk between Nene and Soma-san. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious, but there's nothing I can do about that. Let's go home for now. Oh, yes, please.
二人っきりでしか話せないなんて、今さらどんな話ですか？契約関係であれば、一番最初に話しているはずですよね。
So I'm relieved that they're going to show this right now, because what I thought was going to happen is it was going to cut to the next day and something was going to have happened. Like Nene was going to maybe seem different and they were going to play it off like that. And that might still happen, but at least we're going to get some context for why that would be. I thought they were going to make us wait for that.
七尾がそんな真剣な様子になるなんて。
それだけ重要な話ということだ。
それで、どんな話なんですか？
それについてだが、ねね、君は契約を交わした時の自分の願いを覚えているか？
それは、もちろん、私の両親のことですよね。離婚をなかったことにしたいって。
いや、そうじゃない。正確には、離婚をなかったことにして、喧嘩をしない二人ともう一度やり直したいと願い、魔女になる契約を交わしてい
Oh,
る。
that's a little different.
はあ、そうでしたね。大体合っていると思うんですが、その違いに何か問題があるんですか？
やはり、君は気づいていなかったか。
だから、
I wonder if she didn't mention the consequences of that because she wasn't that human before.
ねえね
But now she's
え、
more
今から
human
言う
and
ことをよく聞いてほしい。
she's trying to warn her about that.
はい。なんでしょう。
Really? You're gonna leave it off there? Okay, so they gave us part of the context. Set my phone while lying on the bedboard. So let me just absorb that real quick. Okay, so she's really emphasizing that the wording there was bad. Hold up, I passed it. Am I just... Okay, I was... I think I was just literally scrolling over it. I'm just missing it, I guess. We want to reverse my parents' divorce. So that's going to be like they never got divorced? Redo things as a family without any fighting. That's going to completely change everything. I have a feeling that's going to change the past, is what they're going to do. It's going to do some world-altering event. I do this ever since I got back, but my phone hasn't made any noise. Despite how long I've waited, Nene's text hasn't come yet. I'm really against, you know, affecting people's free will in that sense. Like, it was kind of a messed up wish. Like, it was very selfish for her. I doubt their talk would last this long. Then they promised me she'd text back. Maybe she just simply forgot. I think it would be okay if it was it, but I'm not going to be able to sleep until I know she's safe. Guess I'll text her. Getting really antsy. What if she doesn't reply, though? Do I have any way of getting in contact with Soma-san? I don't have her number. The more I think about the situation, the more worrying it feels. Right as I'm agonizing over what to do, I hear the new text noise. Sorry I didn't text you sooner. I was taking a bath. I got home safe, so don't worry. So I'm a little tired now, so I'm going to sleep. Yeah, something did, for sure. A little dreary. Glad I got confirmation that she's okay, but all this did was introduce a new worry. The only problem is she was going to sleep, so I don't want to pester her about it. Oh, let's wait and talk to her about it tomorrow after I see her. Thanks for messaging me. See you tomorrow and sweet dreams. I wonder if they're gonna pull... If they're gonna pull something that, like... Would that be a purple software thing? Or I guess it's more just like a Happy Mayor thing. I mean, it did happen kind of in Chrono Clock as well. But we're gonna, like, kind of undo something. And then we're just gonna, like, wake up and then Nene's not gonna be there anymore. We're gonna, like, remember it. But things are way different. Like, she's not our girlfriend or something anymore. Wonder if they're gonna pull, like, some kind of crazy scenario. I'm here for it, though.
サノバウィッチ
Already morning. Check my phone to see if she sent me anything, but nope, nothing. Last message between us is a good night text message I sent her last night. I feel she usually sends something back, but obviously I can't receive any emotions through a text message. I want to see her, the sooner the better. Okay, I think the dots are a perfect place to leave it off at. A little bit shorter than my usual episodes, but a lot happened. And, a lot of joking around and things like that, the whole start of it, but then we're getting kind of serious here at the end, which I like. I'm curious to know how this is going to go. This is actually quite intriguing. Like I said, I think this is probably my favorite story so far, just purely based on premise. But I will leave it for the next episode. I think this is just a solid point to stop. And we'll dive into whatever this problem is and see how they handle that. There's got to be something to do for parents, though. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.